we tend to relate to ourselves as if we are what we do. And I'm suggesting that you're not. I'm suggesting that you are your qualities, your commitments, your values, your pursuits, your vision, what is present in the room when you're present in the room. I'm suggesting that you don't have to do anything, that really your attention belongs on who you're being. I'm suggesting that the quality of human being that you are has nothing to do with what you get done by the end of the day, or what kind of business you create, or how much money you make. Those are all things that you do. Those are your actions. When you can, and we're not raised that way. We are raised, you're a good girl if you clean your room, you're a bad boy if you hit your sister. We are taught to believe we are what we do. Now this creates all kinds of dysfunction when it comes to running a business or a department in a company, because we think our value lies in the work that we're doing. And especially as leaders, the value does not lie in the work that we're doing. The value lies in our presence. So once a leader understands, wow, so that big shift from manager to leader, when a manager is just in the day-to-day doing and they're the expert, and they shift into a leadership role, and now it matters more about their presence of mind and their ability to think, and they need space for that, and it's no longer about productivity and getting things done or checking that box. That is a huge leap for most people. But it's true across the board for business owners. So if we go back to when business owners recognize that the business is not who they are, that who they are is distinct, then who they're able to be in their business changes, because it's no longer just about what they're doing in that business. It then becomes about who they're being in that business. If you think about the emphasis on doing, often I'll start talking to a new client about what's happening with their business. And what they're listening for is, okay, well, what do I do about that? Okay, well, what do I do about that? Okay, what do I do about that? And I'm like, stop. Do nothing. Look for a moment about how you're being about this. How are you being about this? And they might say, I'm discouraged or fatalistic, or they might give me some word. I'm like, okay, all right, how is that contributing to the outcome? What do your actions look like when you feel that way? So they're able to distinguish that it's not just what they're doing, but it's who they're being. They come to me wanting the formula for how do I talk to my employee about X? Or how do I look at this or do that? They're listening for what to do, and I keep bringing them back to who to be. Not because they're not going to take action, but that when their attention is on who they're being about something, that's usually where the big shift happens. Because the doing is no longer this knee-jerk reaction. I better get that done. They're no longer running on adrenaline. And by the way, adrenaline keeps you from thinking. Now they can focus on not just what action to take, but how they want to be about this particular issue. That's the winning formula. When leaders are walking around only focused on the doing, people around them become objects. They even start relating to themselves that way. And everything becomes about getting the job done, hitting the goal, the bottom line. And this is where all the dysfunction happens. And this is why, like people biz, why at the end of the day, no matter how much time, money, and resources and talent you have, at the end of the day, it's about your relationship with those people and how you're managing, those relationships.